Okay, we're back again for another day of bumbling. We'll see what we got. I'll get my gloves on this time because I'm going to work this mold with my hand. Okay, I labeled this make a fuselage or a part for RC or perky airplane. The only reason why I don't really care for doing this stuff is you have to make the airplane 3 times. You have to make the part that you want to copy, and it has to be finished absolutely perfect because the rest of the airplanes that come out of the mold are going to look exactly like the part that you put on there. So you take your plug, you glue it to a piece of Lexan or glass or something that you can spray and it'll stay straight. Then you wax it with Partol, the whole thing. Partol is a carnauba wax, 100% carnauba. And then you spray it with this PVA. Now, I've learned from experience not to use lacquer primers. Use a 2-part automotive primer on this. There's no clear on this or anything. It's just a waxed primered plug. And we're going to make this mold with HTR 250, which is the same stuff I'm going to make the parts out of. Then we're going to mix up 200 grams of resin. And that's probably too much. Let's go with just 100. Okay, now we need 25 grams of the 9234, 25 to 100, or 25%. Let's see, 9234. Let's tear this. We want 25 grams of this. And we'll stir up. This hardener has taken on an orange hue. What's the deal? $92.34. That's what we use, $92.34. Yep. Yeah, I'm glad I only put 100 in there. Not 200. That'd have been a ton of resin. Okay, I took off some toe. Because this is the datum line, I want this thing to remain very rigid. So we're gonna go around this thing with toe. It should make this mold a whole lot stiffer than just fiberglass. I'm only going to do 3 layers on this video. And then tonight we'll put 3 more on. So we got to wet this out real good. Might go around this 4 or 5 times. Seaberry. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so there's our datum line. I want to make sure this thing is saturated, so I'm going to paint this mold. I'll leave about an inch flange all the way around it, because when we put them together, I want to be able to clamp them. I've watched some mold making stuff on YouTube. They're not complex like this, though. They just make one single part. These parts have to go together. Kind of like my fuel tank, you know. That's a complex mold. Where are you going? This might be difficult. Get this stuck down. We might have to cut it. I think we will. Okay, that's second layer or first layer. Now the second layer. You got to get this stuff wetted out really good. You don't want any dry spots on it. Now when this dries, we'll pop it off, we'll have a mold. My wing plug is still drying, so we probably won't take that off today. Can't get it in the hot box because it's too long. Come on, get off there. This particular video for this will probably be at least a 2-part video and maybe 3. Okay, now in order to make this rigid, I'm going to put toe the lengthwise on this. We don't care what this weighs, so use a bunch of epoxy. Come on. This Crayola toe has got a problem with it. It kind of unwinds at times. Okay, those two layers were 3/4 ounce glass. Now we're going to use some 2-ounce glass. I don't know. I think maybe 3 layers would be enough. We'll see. We'll take it off and see. And if not, I'll add some more. I think it might, though. This shit don't go around the corner with a crap. Work it in. You don't want no air bubbles. If my mold doesn't work on the wings, this is what's going to happen right here. Same process. Because I know I can make this work. I'll babysit this. We'll let it sit for a minute in case it relaxes and tries to open up. I'll come back and rub it in. This side good. It's wanting to relax up here around this nose. Cut it off, I guess. need a Corvette chopper gun. That's what I need. I just hope I don't have to make this plug out of wood again. Got a real nice nut side. Well, that's it. That's all there is to laying up one of these molds. Come back tonight and get another coat on it, another layer, a couple layers of fiberglass. And I probably could do another layer. Let's do one more. We'll do a 3/4. This 2 ounce is just too hard to work with. I'll take the gloves off so I can cut another piece. Because I got plenty more resin. It's a good thing I did not mix up 200 grams. Let's see, 100 grams is 3 ounces or thereabouts. Okay, let's one more layer of 3/4. Any of you guys out there got a 15, a Flora or I don't know what they are, a Nova Rossi or whatever, and you'd like to trade, I'll trade you one of these airplanes for an engine, 15. Considering there's no BOM and Perky. Okay, we need another 3/4. Let's see, what do we got here? We can just piece it. I don't need to do a whole length. We can just piece it together. Need one more little piece. Let's see, we cut it off this side. So I'm going to charge $250 for this airplane. So if you got an engine to trade, a good one, I'm on a fast, perky motor. I'll trade you an airplane. I'm going to have to get gloves on, it looks like. The resin's starting to, the pot life is over too. I don't need the motor right this second, but I'm going to need one here shortly. As soon as I get this pan done, we're going to start fitting motor mounts. Can't have no Sharpies on this or it'll poke the vacuum bag. Now this won't get vacuum bagged, the mold, but the part that goes inside it will. So I need a smooth edge on this mold. Okay, so that's 4 layers of glass. 2 3/4 ounce or 3 3/4 ounces and 1 2 ounce. Turned out pretty good. I think I'm going to take this extra resin and pour it in my wing mold. There ain't much though. Okay. I don't know if I like them pieces or not. Now you could just pack Bondo all over this after it dries. All we're looking for is something to get some stiffness. In a few hours, we'll have a mold. Well, I think that's about as far as I can go in this present state. I need to let it gum up a little bit so I can push it down. I'm just aggravating it right now. Come on, lay down. I think if I do this again, I'm going to trim some slits in here because it's compound. This is a complex shape, you know. You don't want to lay down. Well, there it did. So if this took 2 ounces of resin to do, it's going to take a ½ ounce to do the inside, or less. And this will be made with the EPON. Is it 862? Yeah, EPON 862. Because this is the fuel tank. Not the whole thing, but the front half. I'm going to quit messing with it. We'll just I'll let it set up for a few minutes and then come back and push it down. So that is the first go around in this mold making thing. You can make anything you want. You got an air cleaner for a car, a motorcycle, a chain, you know, exhaust pipe, whatever you want. All you got to do is make the plug and then go about it the same way here. And when this dries, I'm going to cut it an inch around the outside. And that way, when I put the two together, clamp them together, I can glue it by squashing the flange. Oh, wait a minute. I don't need to do that because these are going to be bolt together. But I don't even need to worry about that. But it'll make for a nice mold so I can block sand it off and make it straight. And that's basically the reason for the carbon toe. That toe will make the datum straight when I sand it. I mean, it's a whole lot more rigid than fiberglass. That thing should be stiff like an arrow. All right, I'm going to end the stream. All we got to do now is wait. So please like, subscribe, and share. And if you're not a member, please consider joining and becoming a paid member. Because in order for me to make this channel worthwhile, I need to make at least 20 bucks a day. That's not a big deal. I've had 0 income this month. 0. I know times are tough, and I hate begging, but I got to make at least 20 bucks a day to keep this thing going. Are there any questions? Yeah, looks like this is going to be the end of this. All righty. Like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you after a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya. No, the resin I'm using is HTR 250, high temp resin. Z-epoxy will not do the job. All right. We'll see you later. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.